Hi friends, it's Amanda May with Ardith Design. Welcome back to my Flosstube channel where we talk about all things counted cross stitch, sustainable stitching, and well, everything in between. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy and grateful that you found me. Let me just say, you all mean the world to me, all of you. Whether you've tuned in from the beginning or you came in around episode 6 when my kids shaved my head. My husband says, honey, I can't fix that. To my 40th episode to now, I'm at number 45. Holy smokes. And let me just say, 52 is right around the corner, and I am thinking of some things we can do for my 1-year Flosstube anniversary, as they call it. Yay! With that, I want to give a huge shout out to Erica D. House. She is a new cross stitcher, quilter, and a mom of 2, just like me, who shouted me out on her channel. And thanks to all of you who found me through Erica. This community is awesome. I was a military spouse. She's a military spouse. You know, all the good things, all the feels. If you don't know who I am a quirky mom of 2. I am an artist and a designer and a freelance designer. I love libraries, thrift stores, junk stores, and I love really saving the stitches and making sure that some of these treasures are diverted out of the landfills and into people's homes, collections, what have you, because let me just say, there are so many times that things are about to be thrown away and I'm there to save them. Now, I come from a place of privilege in that I have a little bit of a budget each week to buy and save some items. I'm not financially able to save everything. I have a $20 per week budget that I give myself. Some weeks I go over that, but then other weeks I don't, you know, and so it kind of ebbs and flows. It depends on if I can get out with my children, because let me just say, having 2 kids under the age of 4, it takes a lot. I mean, it is, you gotta plan, you gotta prep, you gotta go through that checklist. And anyone who is a caregiver, whether you're a parent, guardian, birth mother, birth father, you know, whatever your role might be with children, you know that it takes a lot to get out of the house. So I am very grateful that I am able to get out and rescue some of these treasures. I love counted cross stitch. I am designing some stuff. I've got some awesome things coming up in the works. I just cannot wait. The anticipation of it all, right? So today, what we're gonna do, I have a lot to do. Oh my gosh, okay. We're gonna do the Save the Stitches. We're gonna do my Crafting with Kids segment because all of you have been so tremendous in your support of my Crafting with Kids segment. I'll show you my current works in progress. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. So Crafting with Kids is like, I've got a lot of stuff. My projects, and then we're gonna close out the episode with some library books that I wanna talk about. I have so many things. Grab a drink. It's hot outside here in Maryland. Again, I am from California. I did not know what a heat index was until I moved to the East Coast. Holy guacamole. Right now I could use some guacamole, some dry heat, minus the heat index, a nice pool, you know, all the things, right? But I'm grateful that I'm grateful for air conditioning. And with that, let's get started. All right. Should we start with Save the Stitches? I think we should. Okay. this past weekend was Memorial Day weekend, and I was able to get out of the house, and we ended up crossing the Mason-Dixon line, going up north. We went to Pennsylvania, on the border, Pennsylvania and Maryland, a town called York, and we were able to kind of get around, peruse, and then we ended up finding a store, and I went in, and they had, like, right at the entrance or the exit, depending on your vantage point, entrance, exit, they had a $1 table. And it's the last call before it gets all thrown out table, I guess. And for $1, I got this. Here it is. This looks like it was a stamped kit piece. I have not taken it out of the frame. It is framed with cardboard, and it looks like it's a stamped kit. And the reason I say that is if you look underneath these stitches, and this is, whoo, it is a hot mess. It is got a lot of age and patina to it. It is rusty crusty, but if you look really closely, you can kind of see the X markings, which means this is a stamped cross stitch piece rather than a counted cross stitch, because the symbols are already on the fabric. So all you have to do is use your colors and fill it in. That's the difference between the stamped cross stitch and counted cross stitch. But I mean, you're technically still counting, you know, if the stamps are out of alignment a little bit. So, you know, so this was $1. And the lady said, ugh, that piece, ugh, I was about to throw that away. Who would want that? Me, please. I want this because regardless of its condition, somebody spent a lot of time and thought in doing this. This does not deserve to be thrown away. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. But y'all know, you know, the Vanna Pfeiffer Bacon Basted, people pay good money to make their fabric look rusty crusty. And I got a pre-made rusty crusty piece of farmhouse stamped goodness for $1. I didn't even have to pay tax because it was a nonprofit. And in the back it says, with love in every stitch. Oh, made Christmas of 1980. Oh, I'm gonna kind of, it was handwritten there. See, these things matter. Love with every stitch. Saving those stitches. Again, if you are financially able and you see a piece, you know, just consider picking it up. I mean, you never know, right? Okay, my next Save the Stitches is super fun. Not cross stitch per se, but very similar. I got a huge stack of fabric. So I feel like the gauntlet has been thrown, and now I have to finish those baby doll quilts for the kids with the Mickey and Minnie, the red, white, and blue nautical. And I gotta use this, and I gotta make something. Well, some of the pieces I started cutting into strips. Priscilla and Chelsified with their really beautiful scrap fabric banners that got sent to them. Garlands? Scrap fabric garlands. And so in my Ziploc bag, because apparently gallon Ziploc bags have my number. So I started doing strips to make a garland. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna knot it or sew it. When I've knotted, I made a Valentine's Day scrap garland a couple years ago, and oh my goodness, there's so much of the yardage is taken up by the act of knotting the fabric on the twine or baker's twine or strips of fabric, whatever you end up using. So I kind of don't want to use up the length of my fabric in making the knots. So I was kind of thinking about just sewing them. I don't know, I'm gonna figure something out. But this has been a good project for me when you're like supervising the kids, you're present with them, meaning you're not on your phone or device and you're like you're sitting and you're participating in your children's lives, but you're also keeping your hands busy, where you're, you know, so I'm able to like cut strips of fabric, play with the kids. It's a win-win, right? So I have the banner thanks to my gently used craft fabric collection I got. The next awesome piece that I got was, and I must admit, I paid way too much for these, but I've never seen them before, so they had to come home with me. Again, I have a $20 budget, okay? Per week, not per store. No, per week. I got the Singer sewing box tin. It's not old. You can't really see. This is how it looked when I got it. It has like a UPC number and everything on it, so it's not old, but I really like the tin. And then because tins can't travel alone, I got this one too. And it has a really fun double handle. So I got this on my thrifting adventure and I love it. And it's, you know, quality since 1851. And I have a problem with boxes, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I love boxes. I love them. So those are my Save the Stitches for this week. Fabric, boxes, cross stitch. Yay! Okay, before I show you my works in progress, I want to do a little quick segue thing. All right. For those of you who've been with me since last year know that I love pugs. And my little Raji pug, who was 13 years old, he crossed the Rainbow Bridge last year. It was right before Christmas, and there was just a lot that happened. My mom's house burned down, my dog died. Like, I felt like an American country music song, like, my dog died, my house burned down. You know what I mean. So we had our grieving process. You know, we cuddled our pugs. We looked at our little pug book. You know, look at this. Look at this little book. Look at those little baby dolls. And we have just really been super, you know, missing our pug. And my little one is turning 2 next month. And every day now is, the words are coming out, Bubba gone, meaning a Raji pug. We called him Bubby. Bubby gone, and he all gone, not coming back. And so he's been verbalizing that every single day. He loves to watch Puppy Dog Pals, which is a Disney show. And Kia is like the little, and then there's the Bingo and Rolly, the little pugs. And we went to the Disney store and he was hugging the pugs, and he brought Kia home, and Kia goes everywhere. And he let me hold Kia just to show you Kia. And, well, long story short, we decided as a family that we are ready to adopt and bring in, rescue a new pug or pug pair into our family. So we filled out the adoption application and everything. So we are well on our way to adopting another pug for our family. And you know, this last year I made my little pug cross stitch for Valentine's Day. You know, looking up, things are looking up, kid. So I just want to throw out there, if any of you would like to buy one of my patterns or one of my books or one of my t-shirts, or you just want to send me money, no, I don't mean that. If you would like to buy one of my products, I would be eternally grateful. And all that money, I mean, minus fees and stuff, I would like to put towards the adoption fee to adopting a pug. The adoption fee for one pug is $400, and they'd asked us if we were interested in adopting a pug pair. And that is the adoption fee to adopt 2 pugs is $800. So we're not rushing the pugs. They're pugs that they're in foster care right now, you know, waiting for their forever homes. But so we would like to adopt a pug, and if you have any desire, inclination, or you like any of my work and would like to purchase a pattern from me or one of my books, it would mean a lot to me, and it would help, again, help me get a pug for my family, or a pug pair. And of course, I mean, the benefit of me getting a pug or a pug pair is I'll have like a pug for my videos, right? Because I'm not stopping at 52 Flosstube videos. We're gonna carry this on. So I think you wanna see cute scrunched up pug faces and hear the little snorts and licks on this, you know? I'm just saying. Anyway, I'm just throwing it out there. I totally understand. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your viewership, and don't feel under any obligation, but you know, every little penny helps. So with that, let's talk about crafting with kids. Crafting with kids. So this week we painted. I made a thing, y'all. We went out into the yard and I found a piece of wood, like authentic, like barn wood. And we painted it, and it was awesome. And I used the dollar store stencils to make those little X's. How cute is that, right? So we started decorating for fall. Super duper fun. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can set that down without making a mess. And then we ended up starting to paint like scraps of wood. I got a couple pieces of scrap wood that were getting thrown away, not by me, by someone else, thrown away, and I said, I'll take that, me please. So I'm hitting stuff around. And so this is what the wood looked like. It was a piece of scrap. And we used acrylic paint. The kids, they wore the little aprons and they were dabbing. It was so precious. So we made these little things, and the person who was getting rid of all the scrap wood was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I want one or two or three watermelon slices. And I said, great, let's go through your wood pile and let's find something. Well, of course, as we go through the wood pile, there are no like watermelon shaped wood slices, right? Go figure. So I was blessed at the beginning of the weekend with wood. Look at these. He ended up slicing up some wood for me to make more of the watermelon slices. And I'm so excited. Crafting with kids. Yay! So that was really cool. The next really fun idea, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of broke a kid's heart, okay? Let me explain. All right. I don't know if many of you know that I love Unikitty. My one kid, when she turned 3, she had a Unikitty party, and I got like a custom Unikitty painting and everything Unikitty, right? Well, now we have like the DVD and all the things, right? So we were at the thrift store, and they had this Unikitty, and it's a McDonald's toy. But they had this and this other set of the toys, right? And they're the promotional toys. Well, they had a 50-cent thing for the toys, and yes, please. Well, they all are from the new Lego movie. And there's the Wonder Woman, and the Lego Man, and Unikitty. I just wanted Unikitty. And my kids, of course, they want Unikitty too, so there's like a fight over this Unikitty. But the reason I grabbed these, other than the fact that I love this, is it could be a needle case. Look at this. Put one of the rare earth magnets, and it could hold, I could hold my little Post-it note thing. Well, not this one because, you know, pugs. It could hold like the little pins, the clips, you know what I'm talking about, these little clip thingies. And then if I do like the magnet, I could put the needles in there. And then how cute is that as like a little scissor fob? What a way to take those McDonald's toys and turn it into a sewing accessory. Am I right? So just be on the lookout for these. I think these came out, I would say, in like the last 6 months or so. And it's just something to think about, something fun. You could make like your own little keychain, key fob out of the little McDonald's toy things. Again, not affiliated with them at all. I paid 50 cents. I feel like I'm winning. Crafting with kids, woo! All right, what have I been stitching this week? Well, I've been working on Prairie Schouler. Look at this, it's coming along. I'm so excited. I got her hat, the tomato, her dress, the hoop. She is without a face, but I'm gonna get there. I finished the bird. Very happy with the bird. And again, I'm using the same color palette that I used on this fairy. I'm carrying it over to this one. These are not the original colors, nor are they endorsed by Prairie Schouler. I am using the Sulky, one strand of Sulky over two on a piece of thrift store mystery even weave. I love it though. I think it's turning out really well. She's gonna eventually have a needle in her hand. This has the strawberries, and then I'm gonna carry over the flowers throughout. I don't know how I will eventually finish this, but I love it. I love it. And you know, I got gifted on my adventure to West Virginia, which was so cool. So on Monday, I crossed the Appalachian Trail to West Virginia, and then on Friday I crossed the Mason-Dixon line, went up north to Pennsylvania. Look at me getting out and about. So I got those Prairie Schouler stuff, and thank you. Someone said look for the goat. Totes my goat. Look at this little goat with the owl. I'm dead, right? There's a goat and an owl. How did I not see that? Thank you so much. You know who you are. Awesome possum. Love it. So, like, I'm in love with Prairie Schouler. I get it now. I get it. Not that I didn't get it before, but y'all are teaching me. I'm just saying, you all are teaching me, and I love learning. So thank you so much. Okay. So I have my stack of goodies now. Here are, this is how this Prairie Schouler, the original, looks. And again, I changed the colors, and the tomato is looking a little, it's that fuchsia color, part of the palette. But I argue that it's an heirloom tomato. Y'all know those heirloom tomatoes. Baker Creek has the big seed catalog that comes out with all those gorgeous tomatoes, and some of them are fuchsia, so I am standing by my choice. There we go. I love it. Love it, love it. I'm hoping to have her face and everything all done next week, and hopefully I can get this done and FFO'd before my Flosstube anniversary. That's my plan. All right, my next piece is the Comfort Lighthouse by Carriage House Samplings. Love it. Lighthouse on the Chesapeake Bay lighthouses. I think I need to incorporate another lighthouse stitch into my repertoire. I have a couple patterns and kits that came with the Ada fabric, so we'll see what I end up doing. But here is where I'm at, and I love it. So I officially finished the ship. I am stitching this on the fog fabric, the sea fog fabric by under this. Let me try that again. I am stitching this on the sea fog fabric by R&R Reproductions. I really like R&R, and I will say that I feel like I'm biased because the first ever local needlework shop that I went to was Dying to Stitch down in Virginia Beach last year. I think one of my videos, like video 4 or 5, is my adventure down to Virginia Beach where I met Anne, and she was so lovely. And then I bought her grab bags of fabric, and most of them were the R&R. So I've stitched a lot of smalls on R&R, and I love it. I love it. So I got this fabric from Threads Entwined, Trish Turner's shop. I will link Threads Entwined below. Trish's beautiful shipping, impeccably packaged, fast service. She's out of Windsor, California. Support West Coast, small businesses. Support everyone if you can and you are financially able. But okay, I love this. This mermaid, oh my gosh. I have to finish her eyes though. She's kind of starting to creep me out with no eyes. I got the compass done, and it utilizes all 7 colors from the chart. I love it. And again, I did a color conversion with Sulky, and I'm doing 1 strand over 2 on 36. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So those are my projects that I am working on that I can show you. I have a lot of good stuff coming up. I really do. I promise. I'm so excited. Okay, sorry. I sit on the floor for these episodes and everything is starting to go numb. Okay, if you're still with me, thank you for being here. Let me adjust myself, and then we're gonna do, are we gonna do yes, we're gonna do library books. Okay, here we go. Ugh. And I left all this wood in the way. Oh my God, oh, so he also made me these little, look at these. I feel like I need to stitch a blackbird design, paint a blackbird, put a bird on it. I mean, all the things, right? I love this so much. Oh, so he sent me this. And he brought me this, and this was on my porch. He said I needed to do something. So now apparently I'm supposed to be sculpting. Add things to my to-do list. Let me move things around here. Oh, okay. I forgot to show you this too. All right. If it's not red, leave it in the shed, I think is what my father-in-law says. And I've never operated a tractor, but apparently there's a feud between John Deere and International, which I have no basis of any knowledge other than to say I love tractors. That's all I got. So I got this at an antique store last year, and I love it. And then look at what I found, everyone. And it's like my little tractor bowl. I got these kits, and the person who donated them put the chart from the magazine inside the kit. How thoughtful is that? I cannot believe it. So literally, oh, and I made sure before I paid, every single one has the corresponding chart. And I got these specifically to put in my purse and my bag for the extracurricular activities that I know are gonna start piling up. And I say piling in the best of terms because I feel so fortunate to be able to do extracurriculars with my kids. So I'm be able to put like the whole project in my bag. All I have to do is make sure I have scissors with me, and then I can stitch these tiny little smalls. I mean, why not, right? And worst case scenario, or best case, depending on how you look at it, say a parent or a caregiver sees me cross-stitching in public and they say, wow, what is that? And they are interested and they want to know more. And then I say, here, you try. Oh, you like it? You like cross-stitch? Oh, here you go. Why don't you take the whole kit home and finish it? What a way to spread the joy and love of cross-stitch with a minimal, without like a financial, you're not financially tied to the project. I didn't spend, $30 on the fabric, $50 on the floss, $12 on the pattern. I'm not like in it for $75+ going, don't spill chocolate granola on my, oh, too late. That chocolate granola is there. Memory making. But worst case scenario or best case, somebody loves to cross stitch. I'm out, what, $1? I paid $1 per kit for those at the thrift store. I'm out $1, but I've spread the joy of needlework. So I feel like then we're all winning, right? So those are my purse projects. Okay. Library books. I went to the library today and I'm super excited about this. Okay. I found 3 books. I found the So Cute and Clever. Look at that little chicken and the raccoon. So precious. This just came out this year, 2019. They have an octagon like table thing, and I have one of those really awesome mid-century octagon tables. I love it. So, but I've been thinking about what do I do in the center? I make an octagon shaped accoutrement, right? In all my free time, So I got this. I picked up A Rainbow of Stitches. Let me just tell you, this is such a lovely book. It's got a lot of monochromatic designs in it and very tasteful, very elegant. But what drew me to this pattern, what drew me to this book in particular and why I ended up checking it out is I really liked this wedding sampler. And it gives you all the different alphabet letter to stitch this yourself. I mean, how elegant is that wedding sampler? Gorgeous. And there's some sewing theme stuff, monograms. I liked, if you like peacocks, look at that. So again, I have not stitched anything out of this. I literally grabbed this from the library today, grabbed it, and I'm gonna sit down with it a little bit more and really look at it. I might stitch a couple things out of it. And again, very pleased with it so far. And okay, now my legs are falling asleep on the other way. Oh, and this, y'all, I'm in between hairstyles and I don't know what to do with myself. So just accept me as eclectic artist and not frumpy mom, okay? Please. Okay. My last book that I checked out is Stitchcraft. And this is an embroidery book. I don't embroider yet. I don't punch needle yet. But I feel like a lot of these embroidery patterns could be translated into punch needle. I thought of Christine of Stitch All the Things. She's really into the Delas de Muertes things. I know a lot of you are on like the Stitchers Coven group, and there's Witchy Stitcher. She's done a lot of really awesome stuff if you are into that genre. I'm more like Frosted Pumpkin, like happy, jovial stuff. Although I love Halloween, but I like the cutesy Halloween stuff. Anyway, I appreciate this for the artistry. And there's like and literally there's a section in here called oddities. Here's very, very interesting. But I thought in the back of the book, she has the patterns to stitch these yourself. And I saw that and I thought, well, this could translate. You could take her colors and translate it to punch needle if you don't embroider. And that's one thing that I haven't really seen is some of the non-traditional punch needle patterns. Just an idea. I'm not sure a lot of you what you like stitching or, but I just wanted to show another idea. If you embroider or want a punch needle, I think this book was so cool. Stitchcraft, and it's simple stitches and peculiar patterns. And it came out this year, again, at the library. I will provide the information about those books below if you're interested. Again, I'm not affiliated with those publications in any way other than to say I saw them at the library. I said, yes, please, and here they are, and I want to share them with you. Again, I love sharing with all of you. If you saw a couple days ago, I Impulse posted a small tutorial on accessing needlework publications online through your library, and I'll link that below. Again, just a thought and an idea. We all, I know we're not made of money. I want to show and provide some opportunities and options to expand your needlework knowledge and your pattern collection as inexpensively and legally, obviously legally as possible. I hope it helps you in some small way. I love making videos. I love being here. I love designing. I hope that I have helped in some way. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if there is something that you would like me to feature on my channel moving forward. I wasn't sure if any of you would be interested in a patriotic room tour. I wasn't sure. I told you all that I took down the minion tree and we restyled it and we redecorated one of our rooms for the patriotic theme and Memorial Day. Let me know if that's something you're interested in, like a home decor video. I don't have very many patriotic stitches. Again, I am new to cross stitch, but my enthusiasm is there and my crafting with kids stuff is there. Let me know, again, patterns maybe you would like to see or any content. I would love your feedback. I appreciate you. I hope that you have a beautiful stitching week. I would love it if you liked and subscribed to my channel. I'd love it if you purchased a pattern from me. Seriously, my kid wants a pug. Like, I don't know what else to say. We're straight pugging, boo. All right. Have a great week. Take care.